Hey Jason, how are you doing?
Hey Ravi, I'm good. Really good.
Yeah. So Jason, tell us about yourself.
Okay, I'm an IT pro with 15 years in the industry. Started out as a developer. I currently work at a company called Domain in Sydney. We're a property classifieds website with a few other companies mixed in, and we've been doing some kind of cool things for the last year or so, featuring DevOps and PowerShell and continuous delivery and Octopus deploy and all these kind of cool things.
Well, since you mentioned DevOps and PowerShell, what are your thoughts basically on PowerShell's role in DevOps?
PowerShell, I mean, if you're doing a Windows platform, if you're a .NET shop, as we were when we started this, PowerShell's integral to getting automated on that. And if you use things like TeamCity or Octopus Deploy, any of these tools, they're all automatable using PowerShell, so you really, really need to know it. And even the devs need to know, because their build scripts now are in PowerShell, their deployment scripts are in PowerShell. We've even got the desktops set up with automatic scripts when their desktops first boot, gets Visual Studio on there, gets the databases on there, all that kind of stuff. So it's all automated. And without PowerShell, we'd be lost. We'd have no chance. Yeah.
That's true.
And it's completely changed my career. I mean, I was a consultant in SharePoint before I started doing DevOps work, and my career has changed for the better.
Right.
Yeah.
That's very good to hear. So I understand that you have been a developer.
That's right. Yeah, I started out as an HTML guy in the .NET boom and .com boom in 99, I guess, 98, 99. Doing HTML, then I moved to ASP Classic, ASP2 as it was at the time, and then .NET came out in 2000. And I moved into that. And I did a bit of Java and a bit of Perl and a bit of pretty much everything. And then I sidestepped into, I became an IIS MVP. And that sidestepped me into being more of an ops guy, and that moved me over to Microsoft support and into SharePoint, and hence to where I am now. So I've had a bit of a varied career.
All right. Oh, that's very interesting actually, that you were an IIS MVP, now you're doing different things in the DevOps world. So how did you start with PowerShell?
I was working with SharePoint, as I mentioned, at my previous job to my current one, and there was a need. We had some integrators in doing some application development for us. There was a need for someone to coordinate the deploys. So I said, okay, I've got a bit of spare time, I'll coordinate the deploys for you. So I started to learn PowerShell. Did weekly deploys for this application, and then started to do some more. And as happens, PowerShell kind of creeps into your life more and more. So I thought, I better learn this properly. And when my contract came up, I thought, tell you what, I'm just going to give up on the SharePoint stuff. I'm going to become a continuous delivery engineer and do all of this CI/CD stuff. And I haven't looked back. It's been great.
Yeah, that's the exciting and happening space.
It's really cool.
All the cool kids do that.
That's right.
Yeah. Right. So since you've been working on PowerShell and you're a programmer also, what are some of the features that you love working in PowerShell?
I love the pipeline. The way the pipeline flows from left to right. It's just, you can string something together on the command line, and suddenly you've gone from a really abstract thing down to something really specific, and you've done it in one line, and it's just happened. It's brilliant. And with PowerShell 5 coming out, I'm really excited about the classes and this sort of object-oriented stuff. I mean, it's not fully like C#. Like I used to write C#, so I understood a bit of that, but it's good enough. And that's the thing about PowerShell. PowerShell does things that are good enough, and you're done. It's great. PowerShell's great. Love it.
Yeah. So your company has been using DSC a lot in the production.
Yeah.
So what are some of the challenges that you see with DSC in the current version, or whatever is upcoming?
We had some specific challenges. First of all, when we first went into the public cloud, we decided we were going to go for the full auto-scaling, boxes coming up and down, put Chaos Monkey in and that kind of stuff, have highly resilient boxes. So we needed it to be fast. Our first few iterations weren't very fast. We also couldn't get a few of the bits of software we needed onto there at first, and that's where DSC saved us. In particular, the Octopus Deploy Technical, which is the deployment agent. In our first couple of iterations, it just wouldn't register, but as it turns out, there was a DSC package that Octopus Deploy released literally the week that I was struggling with this thing. I got it on there, and that was it. DSC was my best friend from that point onwards. I started to sleep well. It was good. So yeah, DSC's been a lifesaver.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a learning curve when you're writing resources. But it's just a little speed bump. You can get over that quite quickly, and then it's the greatest thing in the world.
So if there's a feature within DSC that you would like to see in the future, what is it?
Well, the thing is, the community moves on so quickly that whatever I suggest at the moment, someone will probably have done it by next week. So, a year ago I might have suggested easier ways of kind of bootstrapping new resources, but there's already all that community stuff around, XDSC resource and that kind of stuff. So, I don't know what to suggest. Maybe just make it a bit quicker.
How about PowerShell features in general? What do you like to improve?
There are a few little niggles in the ISE that could be better. But I'm thinking I'm probably going to move to Visual Studio at some point with the PowerShell toolkit. But overall, it's a great set of tools. It's really very good, and the community support is fantastic. As I've seen this weekend, it's been great. Yeah.
So for those people getting started with PowerShell, learning PowerShell, what is your input?
Well, I'll tell you the way I learned it, if you like. I did a few bits and pieces in the previous job, but when I came out of that job and started looking for my new DevOps role, I went straight to Microsoft Virtual Academy and picked up the 2 PowerShell courses by Snova and Helming. And they are so engaging that by the end of the first course, I was just switched on to PowerShell. I understood the pipeline, which is crucial. And I was just eager to get onto the advanced one. I got into the advanced one. I'm like, ooh, wonderful stuff that you can do, and it's like a proper programming language. I hadn't quite realised. So if you're learning, get onto MVA and do that course. And if you've got a subscription to something like Prudlesite at your office, there's some great material on there. But really, the advice is get in there, get your hands dirty, and get it done.
Yeah, that's a great suggestion. The final question I have is about the PowerShell conference itself.
Yeah.
What do you think? How was your experience?
This is the first time I've been to an overseas conference for a few years, and it's been great. For the first time, it's run smoothly. There's been some really engaging speakers. It's been fun. It's quite nice to arrive on Thursday and do day 1 on Friday, day 2 on Saturday, and have a day in Singapore tomorrow. And we've got racing cars laid on for us, so there's nothing to be bad about with this.
All right. Thanks a lot for your time.
No problem.
Thanks for talking to us.
Anytime.
Thank you.